Hey guys, what's up? Chris the Asian here. I hadn't seen too many videos on the Mishimoto compact catch can, the oil catch can that they offer. Hadn't seen too many applications of where people are mounting them on the Acura Integra. I have a 2001 Acura Integra GS. So everything pretty much is not really stock, but I hadn't done too many custom modifications as far as relocating battery, removing AC or anything like that. Everything is almost factory layout. So I figured, maybe some Honda guys, some Acura guys that own, Civics or Integras or Preludes or whatever, they can get a general idea of maybe where they can mount it if they didn't do any customization as far as relocating stuff and having more room. But I want to show you guys where I put my catch can and what I went through to install it. Let's have to look. I can see here I have a little bit of bolt-ons and modifications from the AEM short ram intake headers, the Skunk 2 Alpha radiators, Mishimoto radiator fans. So pretty much everything is still a basic layout, and nothing really changed. Oh yeah, and also the front strut bar, Skunk 2's front strut bar. So as far as I had trouble figuring out where to put this catch can. So if you can see right there, that's where I put it. So right here, this is where I actually mounted my compact oil catch can right here by the firewall. I've seen a lot of people relocate batteries and then mount it to the firewall over this side. But like I said, everything is still pretty much factory layout. So what I did was, I just got, it comes with self-tapping screws, but when you try to use it on the firewall, you're going to lose it and drop it a lot. So what I ended up doing is using a drill bit smaller than the screws, the self-tapping screws that they offer and come with here, and drilled the holes, the pilot holes, and then drilled the self-tapping screws into the firewall, and then run them back out. Then at this top, it's a bracket, so this can be separated. The can itself can be separated from the bracket up here. So then I just got I think it was a 1/4 inch socket, and just screwed it in. And then what I did was mounted the can underneath here to where, and then screwed it up here, and then just to check to make sure there is enough clearance for the non-VTEC layout. There is enough clearance here where it's not going to hit the brake line or hit the IAC behind there. There's plenty of room. Now if you needed to get to the throttle body part with the throttle position sensor, you would have to move this out the way before you can get to that throttle position sensor or anything else really. Now that does not come with the hoses. This is improvised work that I did right here. What I did, it comes with 1/2 inch barbs, and so like I said, I improvised. Got some Teflon tape, some brass 3/8 nipple things, the little barbs. And what I did was, as a test, I used some clear vinyl hosing, but due to the heat, it gets very not malleable, it gets very soft and expands and contracts a lot. So what I ended up doing, I went to my local hardware store and asked them, hey, I need some 3/8 inner diameter hosing that can handle pressure and a little bit of heat. And so what he offered me was, this hose here is actually the same thing, similar to what they use in shops for their air guns and such when they work on vehicles. So what I ended up doing, this is just improvised work. What I did was I got a few feet of 3/8 high pressure hose, and this one says is rated 300 psi, and it will not collapse due to pressure or heat or anything like that. So what I ended up doing is getting some clamps, just a regular PCV valve, nothing special, nothing. I didn't drill, tap, or anything in my valve cover, so this is just what I'm working with right now. So what I did was I just routed it to the in part and out part here, and so it'll catch the oil pretty well. And so the downfall of this setup, of course, you got it in there, but if you want to check the can, you have to undo the 2 top Allen bolts, take it out, and possibly undo these right here. I was able to get away with it, taking this off to unscrew the bottom, but it's a tight fit. I'm right here, and then I can take it off right here and check. I've only driven about 300 miles, a little under 300 miles on this thing. They say check it about 1,000 miles after driving about 1,000 miles to get a baseline of where it's at. So to add a little bonus, I figured I'll just go ahead and check it since I only driven a little bit less than 300 miles. So this is pretty much on the fly of what you got to go through to get this can out. I'm sure there's faster ways of doing this. Like, all my tools are at my shop, or the shop I work at, so I don't have my Allen sockets and my electric gun to get this thing out pretty quickly. So just to show you, there's the bracket, and here's the can. And let's see if I can do this. See how much oil is in this thing, if any. Oh wow, I got some oil in here. So yeah, after a little under 300 miles, you can see all that oil that's in there. It's not much, but that's still quite a bit going into the engine. It's kind of a small catch can. I got Asian hands, so you can get a reference of that. So yeah, if you look into there, all that oil. So at least I got a baseline for less than 300 miles, and this thing holds, I think, 4 ounces or 2 ounces. I can't remember. Don't quote me on that yet. All I know is that this baffle down here, you can't really see it, but this down here, you're not supposed to go past that, so I'm not going to go past that anyways. But I could dump this now, but I want to get a baseline for about 1,000 miles so I know what to look for. Also, there's a drain at the bottom. They offer the drain, like a drain hosing, routing, and such. So, and just to show you how simple it is to put this thing back together. Just like that.